Hello and welcome to the second video of my year-long harmonica journey. So we're be talking about 10-hole diatonic harmonicas, which are constructed in the following way. They have the top part, they have the middle, which is called the comb with the holes, and each one is numbered along the top, and then you got the bottom. And on the top right, you'll see that it says the name of the key that the harmonica is in. So on the inside, it's also got the top. It's got a reed for blowing out. It's got the comb. Then it's got a set of reeds for sucking in, and then it's got the bottom. And the reeds themselves are these like metal things that vibrate when the air comes in. And like the longer the reeds, they'll vibrate slower, or if they're heavier, and make a lower note. And if they're smaller, they'll make a higher pitch note. And then, so they recommend buying a harmonica that's made out of plastic instead of wood or metal, just because it won't cut your lips as much as a wooden one for beginners. Got a wooden one over here, which looks way more swagged out. But and then the metal ones are more expensive. So they also go into the pricing of the harmonica, but they certainly only refer to the price of a harmonica you should be buying as twice the price of the book. And never name like a specific price range. So I didn't buy the book, and I assume you can buy the book for lots of different prices, and so that wasn't very helpful. And then they go into like buying online versus buying in stores. They recommend buying in stores and supporting your local harmonica village. And then like if you're buying online, like don't be scammed. And then, so just in terms of like basic caring for your harmonica, you want to warm it up in your hands or like a pocket before you play, which will make it like last longer, won't mess it up, forget why. It'll resist moisture more, and it'll also like respond more readily. The noise will be better. And you want to like clean off your hands before you play it, and like rinse out your mouth or brush your teeth or whatever. After you play it, you want to like, I gotta do this again. Tap out the extra moisture so that it doesn't like get all stuck in there and mess things up. And then you want to store it properly in like a box or a pouch so that stuff doesn't get in it. Because like if there's extra moisture in it, like the wood will swell and the metal will erode and all that. So yeah, the most popular key, which they recommend getting, is C, but they also have them in all the other 12 keys, and in descending order of popularity, that's C, A, D, G, and then F, and then B flat. And then after that, if you want all of them, it's E flat, E, A flat, D flat, B, and F sharp. And then you can also get them, they recommend for like, if you know specific songs, to buy that one. Or if you're playing with horns, you want to get flat keys. And they also have, it's not just the standard 12, they have like lower and higher octaves for the same keys. So like you get like a C1 in a lower octave. Chromatic harps, same thing. They have a button on, not the same thing. They're not the same thing at all. You have a button on the side which shifts the key up a half step so you can play all the notes. And it also is set up differently, like so they're often 12 or 16 holes instead of 10, because this one will have like, you can play all in the middle 4 holes, you can like get all the notes, and then the top 3 and bottom 3 are different, which they didn't explain why, but on the chromatic it's like the repetition of the same set of notes, either 3 or 4 times for 12 or 16 holes. And I don't know why that is. I didn't really think about it at all. Some music thing. And then tremolo harmonicas will have every note, they'll have the note and then it tuned up a little bit, so it like, I'm gonna have 2 reeds for every note, so it'll like have this like twangy sort of thing. And octave harmonicas, for every note it'll have 2 reeds, and one's a octave higher and one's an octave lower, and so it gets this like nice rich sound, and those are often used more in like European music, but they sound pretty dope. You should look them up. And then they talk about carrying cases, and then they talk about making a 5-layer tin sandwich, which I already talked about, and then they talked about reeds, which I already talked about, and they talk about the notes on the harmonica, but I think they're going to go into that more later, so I'm not going to really talk about that. Besides the fact that the bass note in your key is going to be the fourth, it'll be blowing into the fourth hole on the harmonica, so like that would be C in this case. And yeah, and then so someone commented on the last video that there was no harmonica playing in the previous video, so I will demonstrate. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys learned a lot.